So welcome to the Requests Show Part 2, including as many dedications as I can get in, or as many I could collate before I could put this show together. So this is for Sarah from Dan, his lovely wife, he says. I promise you, seems rather apt, doesn't it? That seemed apt, didn't it? So as I sing that, I shall cross out one dedication and get on to the next one. I'll play you Roots. Slightly different version. I think I'll play it more finger style. Occasionally it's nice to give these songs some space. I call this one of my shouty songs. AIG and Roots, and what else have we got? Not so much Cousin Jack. I can't remember now, but there's a whole lot of shouty songs. And when you see them in the set list, you know you're in for a bit of a bellow. So okay, Country Life was a shouty song, that's right, but slowing it all down. So I'll dedicate this to Sharon from her sister Helen. She's been on her own now for a month, so Sharon, she loves you and misses you very much. Helen wanted Girl from a North Country. That's going to be in the covers show, Helen. I'm going to do some Martin Joseph songs and some Ralph McTell and some Tom Robinson songs. So this is for Sharon from Helen. Now it's been 25 years or more. I've roamed the land from shore to shore. Time to tame our 7 to Thames, more to Vale, Peak to Fen. Played in cafe and pub and bar, stood in the streets with my first guitar. But I'd be richer than all the rest. I wish I had £1 for each request. For Julian Badger's American Pie, it's enough to make you cry. Roll Britannia, swing low, are they the only songs the English know? Seed, bud, flower, fruit, we're never gonna grow without their roots. Branch and stem and shoot, we need roots and after the speech is when the cake's been cut, the disco's over and the bar is shut. A birthday, christening, wedding or wake, what can we sing till morning breaks? For the Indian, Asian, Afro-Celt, it's in the blood below the belt. Singing and dancing all night long, what have they got right, we've got wrong? Seed, bud, flower, fruit, never gonna grow without their roots. Branch and stem and shoot, we need the roots and haul away, boys, let them go. Out in the wind and the rain and snow, we've lost more than we'll ever know, round the rocky shores of England. Haul away, boys, and let them go. Out in the wind and the rain and snow, we've lost more than we'll ever know, round the rocky shores of England. We need a roots. And then a minister said, this vision of hell, there's 3 folk singers in a pub near Wells. I got a vision of urban sprawl, pubs where no one ever sings at all, and everyone stares at great big screens. Overpaid soccer star prancing, teen Australian soap, American rap, S3 English baseball cap. And we learn to be ashamed before we walk of the way we look and the way we talk. Without story and without song, how will we know where we came from? I've lost St. George in the Union Jack, that's my flag too, and I want it back. Seed, bud, flower, fruit, never gonna grow without their roots. Branch and stem and shoot, we need roots and all away, boys, let them go. Out in the wind and the rain and snow, we've lost more than we'll ever know, round the rocky shores. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you to sing somewhere out there. Try this. All away, boys, let them go. Out in the wind and the rain and snow, we've lost more than we'll ever know, around the rocky shores of England. Come on. All away, boys, let them go. Out in the wind and the rain and snow, need sessions. We need sing-arounds. We just need to get out of this place and get together. We've lost more around the rocky shores. On away, boy. Excuse me, roots. Do you know, I think I'm getting a bit of hay fever. You know, so slightly bunged up. I don't think it's anything worse than that. Although I know this is bad taste, but I'm going to have a sip of Corona. I think I've upped the production values. I've got a little mic now on the iPhone. And my daughter, who was exercising in the garden, Jack started to do weights. And so because they were all locked up, she started doing weights, but she didn't put the weight on the end of the bar, and it just rolled off and smashed my old iPhone. So I've been using a rubbish one for the last couple of posts, but hopefully now this new little mic and the quality looks good. Where was I? Widdicombe Fair. Okay. This is for, no, I'm going to do that in a minute. This is Jan Mills. This is for your husband, Neil, your husband of 49 years. He's been a huge fan, and he's been through some tough times, and he was a teacher for 30 years, and they always try and get in the concerts, particularly in Sidmouth. I know I will know you. I would have seen you. So they're going to miss Sidmouth this week, and she always has and will always love him. Isn't that lovely? I feel a bit like Terry Wogan. I've never done dedications. I mean, occasionally you read them out, don't you, at shows, but this is really nice to be able to do this. Because normally at a gig, you've only got a few seconds to do a dedication, and you are aware that there's maybe 700 people thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I wish I could have sent in. So I'm just going to turn off the Wi-Fi on my laptop and stop it pinging. There you go. So this is Widdicombe Fair. And what can I say about it, really? A corrupt version of a well-known folk song, made dark and played on the quattro here. It was early dawn when we met out on the hillside, on our way to Widdicombe Fair, to drink ourselves dry and make a big noise there. 6 Devon lads and a younger boy, whose mother said, promise me now you'll watch for him. He's never slept out of home before, and you know too well there'll be trouble in store. I gave her my word and we crossed the moor. It was growing dark. We stopped at the inn when we saw her, fair-faced in the candlelight, such a fine sight with her long black hair. Young Billy stared and she stared right back, but the landlord said she's spoken for. So Billy said, leave me here alone, I'll meet you tomorrow on your way back home at the crossways. At noon on the Whittingdown Road, you go and I'll stay. He said, you lads go and I'll stay. I said, take my watch and my chain. We all hit the road again. 4 miles to the fairground. We had a fine time there. Next day came, we waited in the rain at the crossroads, but the boy never came. I said, you go home, and I returned to the inn where the landlord said the last he'd seen was a boy and a girl out on the moor. That was all he knew, and he showed me the door. I called, I cried, God knows I tried, till the long night came. His mother flew at me, scratched my face. She called me names, said I was to blame, and asked would she ever see her sweet young son again. Well, a year went by without one sign. I went back to that inn to see what I'd find, but the wind was so cold on the moor that night. Thought I saw a couple in the pale moonlight, and the landlord said, "You're back here again." But from his pocket hung down a watch and chain. Thomas sat down on a stone and I cried, knowing full well that the young lad died. Tom, Tom, lend me your great mare. We're all going back to that inn on the road to Widdicombe Fair. So get Bill and Jan and Peter and Dan, Harry and Pete out on the moors we'll meet, all along down along out along the lane, all along down along out along the lane. To be honest, along with Cousin Jack, I never expected that song to have the popularity it's had, really, because it's, God, you're a miserable bunch, aren't you? The Preacher, you know, Widdicombe Fair, a lot of the dark songs people choose. It's great, but surprises me. Okay, Captains. This is really a plea for everyone to look out for one another. I wrote this. Jerry Page is a friend who used to put on gigs in West Chiltington and probably will again soon, one day. Jerry was one of BA's top pilots. I mean, like, seriously senior. And he retired, wow, gosh, 10, 15, I don't know when it would have been now, Jerry. Maybe 205, maybe early, I don't know. But I said, what will you remember? What will you look back on? All of those millions of miles. He said, everybody got home safe. And I thought, what a nice thought that is. And occasionally when I'm driving, and the family, I quite like it when they're all asleep, you know, a long distance and you're driving. In New Zealand, we did some 8 hours driving in South Island, all the way up from Queenstown, all the way up would have been the east coast, the north coast, facing, you know, the one that faces Australia, as it were, all the way up to the north of South Island. And sometimes I would leave, we had a great big camper van, and we left Doubtful Sound early in the morning, and the family was still asleep. You're not supposed to drive when they're asleep. You know, they're supposed to be all up and belted. But I would just pack up the van and just drive. And it was quite nice, you know, and they would wake up maybe at 9 o'clock at a little cafe, and we'd have scrambled eggs. Eggs. And yeah, I think there was a dedication for someone in New Zealand. Let's make this for Lisa as well. Lisa Constantine wants to say hello to her best friend Pam, who lives in New Zealand, wishing her a happy birthday for Sunday. First saw us in Guildford. So as I'm talking about New Zealand and eggs, I did a little gig in Nelson, by the way. And the only dual carriageway in South Island was just outside Nelson. And they were talking about a traffic gym. They said there's a terrific gym on the way into Nelson, and I tried to make a joke of it, and people going, what's he on about? You know, eggs, terrific gym. I didn't know whether it was an advert for a fitness establishment. So anyway, I'll sing Captains, and I'll also sing this for Hannah Wills. Julie Nichols, for Hannah Wills, Hannah Willis. Hannah. Julie, your daughter Hannah is a nurse, and yeah, absolutely, well done, you lot. This is for Hannah Willis, and I'm also going to sing this for. This is from Paul Perkins for his son, for their son Ashley. He was on the Show of Hands calendar page apparently this May. Excellent. So Ashley, this is for you from Paul. So I think I've got those dedications in, getting through it, aren't we? So again, a slightly more reflective version. Now I'm going to do it slower than that. before we land. The morning slowly breaks and the dawn is lifting. Only I am awake, so gently in my hands I trace 100 lives through the darkness drifting. In wings of steel I will enfold you. My arms are strong and I will hold you. Far out at sea, 100 miles from shore, the storm begins to rise and the tide is turning. Driving wind and rain will try my skill once more, testing yet again my craft and learning. But oh my love, to calmer seas I will steer you, and you'll be safe when I am near you. For we search on every side with a compass and a guide, for someone with the atlas and the chart. We say, please be the captain of my heart, my heart. Be the captain of my heart. So we turn away from town and we steer towards the west. The rain beats on the road and the sun is setting. You close your eyes and soon you're sleeping, and as you dream you're in my keeping. At last when you awake and look around you, I have brought you safe and I have found you. And we are in safe hands. We are in safe hands. Oh, I got into that a bit. It's funny, you only realise in the middle of songs how pertinent some of the lyrics sometimes are. So yeah, take away those. I'll do something. Hey, Andy Wood wants to dedicate a song to Merrick Jones up in Port Merion. Hi Merrick. I can't wait to be up there with you soon. I'll say Noswaith Da to you, and also to Rhiannon and Wyn Jones, not far from you. They're all Joneses in that part of the world, whose Wyn is out there lambing 24/7. One of those guys who feeds us. And who knows, maybe after all this nonsense is all over, we're going to eat more stuff from our farmers, more stuff locally sourced, more stuff in season, maybe unexpected good consequences. So I think if I say Arosiach, I hope I'm saying stay well, you guys. And shame I couldn't get up to the gig that we had booked. But these will all come again. And as we are talking Wales, ought to do the preacher, really. As it's chapel country, after all. I'll do it on the tenor guitar. This is the version we've been playing in the last 4 or 5 years, rather than the banjo-y version on the quattro. Set in Portland, located in Portland, which is, I suppose, it's almost like an post-industrial landscape, isn't it? All about a man of faith who falls in love with a quarryman's wife. Oh, I remember the quarries, the slate quarries. Is it Bedgullet? When we were in Exmouth School, we went up there on a geography field trip up to Snowdonia. Wow. So anyway, for all our fans in North Wales, for Mary, for Rian, for Wayne. Trees on the island, nowhere to shelter or hide. Men tear rock from the quarry or take their chances on the tide. I fell in love with the wife of the man who lays the fuse. When I heard the thunder from the earth, I had to choose between falling and my calling. So cold. I used to walk beside the water, their voices blown in the wind, and I would watch from a distance, and I'd dream that I was him. Then he found work on the mainland, oh how I prayed something would tear them apart and make her stay. I was falling, and the cold calling into the cold, so cold. Next day they called me to the quarries. There was something badly wrong. A man lay crushed by falling rock, and his life was almost done. I knew his face in the darkness. I didn't need to ask the name. My prayers were answered, and I was the one to blame. I closed his eyes and looked up. She was running down the rain. She took him in her arms and begged the Lord to give him life again. And if I should live all the 7 ages of man, these 7 tides will never wash all the blood from my hands. on the island, and I live on my own. I try and find some comfort in my world of sea and stone, like the chapels on the island. My heart is dark and overgrown. I used to pray, but now I leave my maker all alone on my island. On my island, lost love. The Preacher. I always say after that one, that cheered everybody up. So that was May and Maggie, from Andy, and also for Rian and for Win. Rosinach. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, Rian will surely correct me. Oh, Kev Jones, this is for your wife Jackie. Just had your ruby wedding anniversary, and it doesn't seem possible. Well, it is, and it was. And Juliet Aberson, Long Dog. I'm not Long Dog didn't make it onto the list, Juliet, but I'll do Are We All Right for your dad, Edge. It's Edge, sounds like a great West Country boy, Edge, and his mates Bill B, Bill D, and Paul Barnes. They took him to a gig from a very young age as a moody teenager, did he? I'm probably not West Country, but Edge. I've never met an Edge that wasn't a West Country. Edge Aberson. Sounds like a Jethro joke, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll play Are We All Right? Why not? And I shall just scroll those off and try and work out, fit all the... Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? Are We All Right? First one on the cello mandolin. You don't need to cry, you don't need to shout, paint on the front door or write on the clouds. I had a moment's fear you can put to flight. Just reassure me, are we alright? Are we alright? Are we still strong? We got one last chance, let's not get it wrong. I will hold my breath, I will count to 10. When I open my eyes, I will ask again. So don't make me beg, don't make me plead, leave me with some dignity, and I'll stay cool and calm tonight. I need to know we are still alright. You know it won't take much to turn black to white, just one gentle touch. I've been awake for hours, I wanna sleep tonight. Come on, tell me that we're Are we alright? Are we still strong? 3 weeks in the lockdown and 3 more to go. Sometimes it doesn't seem that long, sometimes it does. I've been awake for hours, I wanna sleep tonight. Come on, tell me that we're alright. Are we alright? Oh, usually do the Springsteen 3, 4, and Phil does the fiddly bit. I'll tell you what, that's also from Gary. And he wants to send all his love to Miranda. Oh, that's very kind of you, Gary. He says he's the sad old hippie at the back who pretends he can play bass and harmonise. Yeah, indeed. Saw us at Cropredy ages ago and says we changed his life for the better. Wow, that's a lot to say that we did, really. We just did some gigs, but that's very kind. And as I say, Gary wants to dedicate something to Miranda and make it that one. Okay, are we all right? What are we on to now? Oh, gosh. The Galway Bloody Farmer. Now, there's a few dedications for this one. Helen Jenkins wants to play the Galway Farmer for her dad, who sadly passed away in November. Okay, I'll do that one for you. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, Paul Chesterman. For his wife Pauline. It was your birthday on the 25th of April. Or it's tomorrow then, isn't it? Yeah, she's put up with you attending gigs for years, and in recent times has come to see him. So 20 years he's been coming, and maybe she came to the last 1 or 2 gigs. She's enjoying the lockdown shows, Paul. Thank you for that. That's for Pauline. Birthday on the 25th of April. And it's my birthday on the 30th. Can you imagine that? I'm nearly always, for the last 5 years, I've been in Ibiza. And Flossie and everybody comes out and sings happy birthday to me, which is great. Yeah, different times. I mean, the Galway Farmer. Let me just clear a bit. It was great playing this with Cormac, obviously, because I do my Devon voice. Done that times. I'm doing my Devon voice and that. But he encouraged me to do the sort of Irish voice. Well, this, that, those, and these. He said, Steve. He said, if you got to get your this, that, those, and these. And you worry about whether you're playing into to stereotypes, don't you? But Cormac gave as good as he get, especially when he said about Phil. Phil, you'd be looking like a big pint of Guinness there. That's when Phil had his black coat on and his blonde hair. I was thinking what reminded me of Cormac. I miss all my musician friends. I miss the crew. Yeah, I miss Miranda and I miss all the gang. I miss the camaraderie, and it's starting to get to me now because I'm a performer. You know, I need the applause and I need to be in my little gang. So for all of them out there, for Josh and for Jamie and for Rob and for Naomi and for Marcus and for Cobain and to Sam and to all the people that have been on the road with us, they've probably heard this so many times. They're sick of it. But it's funny amongst the crew. If one member of the crew catches another singing any of our songs, they get fined or something like that because it's really not the cool thing to do, to be into the band too much. So Marcus isn't far away from me actually, but yeah, occasionally I see him other side of the street. So yeah, okay, here we go. In the key. This is the Galway Farmer. I work my days on a Galway farm in the sun and rain, the wind and storm. But once a year I'll chance my arm and cross the sea to England. I'll scrimp and save £2,000 to spend the week in Cheltenham town. But the racing over, always down, I come back poor from England. I dreamed one night before I left, a coal black mare with a white star crest, crossed the line and beat the rest. I came back rich to Galway, rose at dawn, drove all day, thinking, wondering all the way, Lady Luck, if you come to stay or steal away my morning. And when I got to Cheltenham town, Irish faces all around, no bed, no mattress to be found. So I slept on the hillside, spent 3 days at the viewing ring, and saw the horses they led in. Just when I was giving in, I stood and stared in wonder. With stamping hooves and steaming breath, a coal black mare with a white star crest. I ran my finger down the list, matched the name and number. Lady Luck had come halfway. The horse's name was Galway Bay. 20 to 1 the odds that day. I went to make my wager. I counted out £2,000, held it high and slapped it down. The bookie smiled and made no sound, but I knew what he was thinking. I was the biggest loser in the land. With a pounding heart, shaking hand, I made my way up to the stand, and the horses came to order. But at the first, she nearly fell, and I cursed my farmer's luck to hell. The second and third she took quite well, but way behind the leaders. Then moving sweetly from the back, she found the rails and caught the pack. 10 to go, and from the track the hooves were drumming thunder. On the straight down they sped, left one at the last for dead, caught the next and by a head she came home the winner. So I came back to my Galway farm, a wiser and a richer man, never again to chance my arm or cross the sea to England. 'Cause Lady Luck was mine that day. I held her close and I went my way. Will you raise a glass to Galway Bay and the dreams of a Galway farmer? I've won, I've won. Whoa. Wow. Wrist ache. The Galway farmer. Santiago now. Sonia, this is for your son James, who's put up with your music tastes but secretly enjoys, so you say. Sonia Butler, this is for James Butler. And you wanted Down Easter Alexa. That's going to be on a covers show. I'm going to do a covers show. I'm going to do some Martin Joseph songs, some Ralph McTell songs, some Tom Robinson songs. I'm going to do some Richard Shindell songs. I'm going to do Peter Gabriel song. I'm going to do Down Easter Alexa, some Dylan stuff. So these are going to be covers that I know, that we've played, that I'm familiar with. Possibly Stereophonics, who knows, maybe a Rolling Stones song or two. And then I might ask people to give me suggestions of songs which I may learn. But don't post that now. Wait till I put up a special post about covers that I don't know. So next show is going to be covers that I do know. But we got the Minack Theatre Show as well, the Minack film, which is beautifully filmed by the guys, by Theo and by Jack and by Daisy and that from Falmouth University, and they all got really good degrees. Those guys, they were great, such a professional bunch. More of that later. So okay, Sonia, James, you got that one. What else have I got? Santiago, yeah. Let me just. Oh, Lindsay Davis used to come and see you at the Albert Hall, and the song for you would be great. Lindsay, this is for you then, because Santiago. We've been playing since 1992, 93 really, so. Oh, the Albert Hall. What fun we had at that place. Lorraine and Ian. Don't really like folk myself. I think I even stayed over a couple of times when I was slightly destitute and out and about. Lorraine will remember. Much beer was consumed at the Albert Hall in Bedminster. This is Santiago. From the ports of the west, we sailed into the sun. South America bound, our journey begun. Lights going on in the barrios. It was half a world away. We had an ocean to cross and a course to steer all the way. We bought copper and ore, silver and gold. But in the mines and fields, the sweat of those people was sold. Lights coming on in the barrios, a long day's labor at an end. They saw the wealth of the mountains flow all the way to Santiago. 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 All the way. Oh. And when the country was torn, it was then we chose sides, selling arms to the few to hold back the tide. Fires burned in the barrios, and we poured oil upon the flames, sending bullets and bombs, guns and planes all the way to Santiago. To Santiago. From the hearts of the west, they fly back to the sun. South America bound, and their journey is done. There'll be laughter and song in the barrios, and it will echo half the world away. When Maria Isabella, Manuel, and Mario, Felipe, Raul, and Mauricio, and Diamos a casa. All the way. Nudge him, make him sing. Raise it now. To Santiago, all the way, all the way, Ooh, Santiago. Christine Lawrence Jackson wanted that song for Penzance Morris. She requested Santiago, but any song would be great. They're a close-knit group and they keep missing each other. Hope you're doing your dancing as well. So for Christine Lawrence Jackson, for all the folks at Penzance Morris, that's for you as well. Getting through them. A couple of songs left for you. Now this song wouldn't have existed without the other one really. This is Armadas. I need to get the words up because I haven't sang this for a while. Without having learnt to play the quattro after working with Mauricio, Sergio and Vladi, this song wouldn't have existed really. And I still remember hearing Vladimir's voice. I fought with General Menendez. That beautiful, pure tenor voice that he has. Yeah, I miss him. To the Malvinas we sailed. He just placed his voice on the note and let it just soar. So with that, as I say, without learning the quattro and without meeting those guys from Chile, I need to get the key. Let me. I've never played it in this key on the quattro, so let's see how we go. When the Armada set sail, I followed the Duke de Medina, first broken by storms and by gales, then drowning or praying alone. Round islands that lay to our west, our fleet was beaten and scattered. No harbour, no haven, no rest. So few made the long journey home. Thousands were lost in sight of those shores. I'll follow no more. To the Malvinas we sailed. I fought with General Menendez, but weakened by hunger we failed. We were watching and waiting alone on islands that lay to our east, an army forsaken and shattered, longing for shelter and peace. So many never came home. Brothers, fathers and sons, we left on those shores. Now I'll fight no more. To the Falklands we sailed. I I served under General Moore. We rode out the storms and the gales, sleeping and dreaming alone. For the islands lay far to our south, but we didn't care when it mattered. One day the truth will come out, and one day the troops will come home. There's men seeking wealth in those seas, all around those shores. Now I'll sail no more. The Armada still waits in the night for a tide to take us to war, on islands hidden from light. Wait Medina, Menendez and more. But let them wave flags on those shores and stand there alone. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home. Oh, it's okay, means the same thing. Feira. So there we go. One song to go. Thanks for tuning in. I'm still overwhelmed by your generosity in the PayPal honesty box. There's a very good chance we won't be gigging till September at the earliest, maybe. Abbotsbury is now off and the festivals are all falling one by one. So this is it, really. This is me singing to you like this for a few weeks and maybe a few months more. And I thank you all for your generosity. And even 2 or 3 days after I've put these out, there comes a little bleep and a $5 or a $10 comes through. Sometimes more. I'm so touched. Thank you so much. I wish you good health, and I'll leave you with this song. Dave Holmes, this is for your wife Sue. Been together for 45 years and they've seen us all over the country. She's had a rough 202 even before all this stuff happened. She's been in and out of hospital down there in Cornwall, at Trillisk in fact. And so she was hoping, they were both hoping to come to the Minack. So enjoy the show, enjoy the film on next Friday. So Dave, this is for you, Sue. And what else can I say? As my wife says, who's a GP, it's all the people she's not seeing, that she worries about. All the people, all the routine stuff, all the people who are should have had investigations and checks and counts and all that sort of stuff. What's going to happen when all this is over? Who knows? So, for you guys, obviously, down there, I'll sing you Cousin Jack. I think I'll do it on the tenor guitar. I've enjoyed playing it on the tenor lately. Thanks for tuning in. As I say, my next show will be the covers that I know already. Romeo and Juliet, all that sort of stuff. So maybe one long show. Stay well. This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon. Our tongue no longer spoken. These towns all around face ruin. Will there be work in New Brunswick? Or will I find gold in the Cape? I can tunnel way down to Australia, but I will never escape. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm heading for. where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin, leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Follow me, 'cause the soil was too poor to make Eden. Granite and sea left no choice, though visions of heaven sustained us when John Wesley gave us a voice. Did Joseph once come to St. Michael's Mount, 2,000 years past any dream, as we were working our way in the darkness, so deep in the heart of the seam, where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm heading for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein, where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Follow me down to Canada, America, South Africa, Australia, where there's a mine, a hole in the ground. I'm leaving the county, leaving the town. Farewell, Camboy, farewell, Redruth and Lawson. I dream of a bridge across the Tamar, and it opens the sun to the east, and in my dreams I see the English living in our houses, and I see the Spanish fishing in a sea, where there's a mine or a hole in the ground. Come on, that's where I'm heading for. Look for me, look for me under the load or inside the vein. Come on, the copper and clay, let's hear it. Where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Follow me down, cousin Jack. Follow me down, cousin Jack. And again, my favourite trick, the false ending. Thanks a lot for tuning in, folks.